the forgotten Soviet space shuttle could fly itself. During the Cold War, the USSR built a look-alike space shuttle to compete with the US program. The Space Shuttle program is history now, but its iconic names still stir memories of spaceflight adventure. Enterprise, Challenger, Buran. Wait, Buran? That name did indeed adorn a space shuttle, a Soviet doppelganger born of the Cold War. The Buran program survived long enough to consume cash until its government had none to spare, but the spacecraft barely got off the ground. Buran, Russian for snowstorm, made only one spaceflight. It orbited Earth on November 15, 1988, completing an uncrewed 3.5-hour flight. The successful launch wasn't much to show for many years of effort, but it's not the whole Buran story. Scientists in the USSR had toyed with ideas of reusable spacecraft for decades, but the growth of the US Space Shuttle program during the early 1970s ignited Soviet interest in producing a similar spacecraft. The Space Shuttle Columbia launched the US Shuttle program into orbit in April 1981. Cold War rivalry and fear of space weaponry made the Soviet Union feel it had to match U.S. accomplishments in kind, says Kathleen Lewis, curator of international space programs at the Smithsonian Institution's National Air and Space Museum. The Soviet speculation was that the shuttle would be used to capture or destroy satellites, says Lewis, who specializes in Soviet and Russian space programs. This was during the era when the Soviet Union was really going full force trying to keep up with US military technology, so they wanted a shuttle for themselves and they built it as a competitor to the US shuttle. The decision didn't sit well with many inside the Soviet space program. It was roundly decried in the arena of Soviet space sciences at that time. Lewis says Soviet space officials lamented Buran's draining of funds from more successful endeavors. It was the time when their space scientists had the world's attention because of the culmination of Soviet accomplishment in exploring Venus. Tuesday is the anniversary of the first human spaceflight by Yuri Gagarin in 1961. Despite those objections, the Soviet government committed extensive resources to the program. At its peak, Buran involved more than 150,000 engineers, scientists, technicians, and other employees. Even if many of the factory workers didn't initially know exactly what they were producing, the program began in secret, but word soon leaked out. In 1982, Australian reconnaissance aircraft circulated photos of Russian ships pulling out of the ocean a small model spacecraft that looked very familiar to American eyes.